Let us solve some of the questions of JLP, Joint Life Policy. In this particular lecture, we'll be solving some of the questions of JLP from module of ICAI. Here's illustration number 7. Red, white and black shared profit and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. So this is their profit sharing ratio. They took a JLP in 2011 for 50,000. This is sum assured. A premium of 3,000 being paid annually on 10th June. So when the premium is paid, 3,000 being paid annually on 10th June. Is it alright? The surrender value of the policy as on 31st December of 2011. So when the first premium was paid, 10th June 2011, how much premium was paid? 3,000. On 31st December 2011, that is in this year, end of this year. What is the surrender value? In 2011 it is 0. Again on 10th June 2012 you might have paid 3,000. Your surrender value is 900. 2013 surrender value is 2,000. You might have paid premium of 3,000. 2014 the surrender value, the premium might be paid 3,000 and this would be 3,600. Black retires on 15th April 2015, that is the year after this year. Is it alright? Prepare ledger accounts assuming no joint life policy account is maintained. So as if it is treated as expenditure. So whenever the premium is paid, is it alright? Which account is debited or credited? JLP expense account debit. It will be first paid JLP expense account debit to bank 10/6/2011 to bank. How much will be paid? 3,000. Is it right? Where it will be closed by P&L account. So P&L account will be debited by 3,000 and this year account will be closed. Is it alright? Again in next year 10th June 2012 to bank 3,000. What is the surrender value? 900. No need because we treat everything as expenditure by P&L. This is first method. 3,000. This will be also closed. Is it right? In 2013 also 10/6/2013 to bank what will be paid is 3,000 by P&L, which is nothing but 3,000 will be closed. Surrender value is not important in this case. Is it right? 10/6/2014 to bank 3,000 will be closed in P&L 3,000. The date comes on the retirement 15th April 2015. On 15th April 2015. What will happen is on 15th April 2015 the JLP will end. Understand, whenever a partner retires, there is an admission of the partner. You will have to create a new JLP. You cannot continue with same JLP. Is it alright? So you will have to cancel the JLP. You will be getting surrender value. You will be passing journal entry bank account debit to old partner's capital account. Is it alright? Bank account debit to red, white and black in the ratio of 5:3:2. It is 360 into 5. $1,800 16 to 3 1080 720. Total will be 3,000 600. Where it will go? Bank account debit side 3600, all capital accounts credit side 1800, 1080 and 720. Is it all right? So this is nothing but when no JLP account is prepared and it is treated as expenditure. In illustration number 8, I think the figures are remaining same. So we can take this working note from here. The method might be changing. Is it all right? Method is assuming JLP account is maintained on surrender value basis. So there will be JLP asset account. Is it all right? I'm preparing an account. JLP asset account. When in first year premium is paid 10/6/2011, 10/6/2011 to bank, how much is paid is 3000. What is the surrender value? 0. So I'll be writing everything here off by P&L 3000, and so the balance will be 0. Is it all? In next year, what is paid is again 3000, 10/6/2012 to bank 3000. I am taking it from previous question because the question is absolutely same. $3,000 is paid. What is the surrender value? Is 900. Please try to concentrate. If surrender value is 900, I will be debiting to P&L account only 2100 and I will be having a balance of 900. That's the second year completed. In third year, there will be an opening balance of 900. I will be paying a premium on 2013 of 3000. What is the surrender value? Surrender value is 2000, but my balance is 3900. So I will be transferring 1900 to P&L account. And my balance will be nothing but surrender value, which is nothing but 2000. Here also opening balance will be 2000. On 10/6/2014, what is paid is a premium of 3000 by P&L. What is the surrender value in this case? 3600. So my balance should be 3600. What will be debited to? This is 5000. This will be 1400 will be transferred to P&L account. I am drawing extension over here. This is JLP asset, and in next year 1/1/2015 I am having a opening balance of 3600 rupees, but on 15th April Black retires. On 15th April Black retires. What will be happening is the firm will be getting 3600 rupees as a surrender value from the bank. Is it all? So it will be bank account debit to JLP asset account. Please understand, it is as good as this asset is sold. Is it all? At what rate? Surrender value 3600, 3600. It will be here by bank 3600. Bank account will be debited by 3600 and everything will be closed. So you will tell me, sir, where the partners have got benefit of this 3600. Believe me, the P&L was not debited by 3600 rupees in total. The profit in every year, because you have created this as an asset and not treated it as an expense, you have created an asset of 3600, which is nothing but benefit of partners, because then Otherwise, then it would have been closed in P&L account. 3,600 is not closed in P&L account. So all partners in the P&L ratio is benefited by 3,600 rupees. So this is when JLP account is not created. JLP account is created as an asset. Let us do one of the full-fledged question where the JLP is a part of it. In admission of the partner, we have not done one question of a memorandum revaluation account. Here we will be also doing that particular point, that is memorandum revaluation account. ABC are in partnership firm sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. So this is an old ratio. The balance sheet of the firm as on 31/12/2015 was as follows. There is ABC, bank loan, trade payable, sundry fixed asset, inventory, trade receivable, JLP. So JLP is shown as an asset. Is it alright? Bank 10,000. On 1/1/2016, A wants to retire. So who is retiring is A. B and C agreed to continue. This is new ratio 2:1. Joint life policy was taken on 1/1/2010 for 1 lakh and its surrender value as on 31/12/2015 was 25,000. So the surrender value is nothing but 25,000. For the purpose of A's retirement, goodwill was to be raised for 1 lakh. Sundry fixed assets were revalued for rupees 1,10,000. But B and C did not prefer to show such increase in asset in balance sheet. Here is where the memorandum revaluation comes into picture. Also, they agreed to bring necessary cash to discharge 50% of A's claim and make the bank balance 25,000 and make their capital proportionate. These all points we can easily do. Is it all? You are required to prepare necessary journal entries. Now, as it is a full-fledged question, I am not preparing journal entry, but I am preparing all relevant accounts. All the accounts I am preparing, including partners capital, including new balance sheet, everything I am preparing. As far as journal entries are concerned, I will be telling you journal entries at each and every point. In examination, you are required to draft only journal entry if this type of question is asked. So let me solve full-fledged question in this particular case where I am preparing realization account, I will be also drawing partners capital account. There are 3 partners. This is partners capital account. We'll be also drawing new balance sheet. And also cash account. What is the first point is to be done is this is not realization but memorandum. Sorry, this is not realization. Realization happens in dissolution of the firm. It is memorandum revaluation account. That's right. So let me go step by step, and first we find out sacrifice ratio. But please understand, as in this case, I am not drawing revaluation account but memorandum revaluation account. Believe me, sacrifice ratio will not be important. You will understand when we complete the question. So I am directly starting with copying down balance sheet at relevant places in my answers. Capital account 50, 40, 30. The partners are A, B, C, A, B, C. Bank loan 40,000. Trade payables 30,000. Fixed asset is 80,000. Inventory 50,000. Trade receivable is 30,000. JLP is 20,000. Bank is 10,000. So bank, I have drawn it over here. So bank is 10,000. Is it alright? This is, I have copied down the balance sheet which was already given. Now I will be passing dual entry. On 1/1/2006, A wants to retire to continue in the ratio of 2:1. So B and C, new ratio is to JLP was taken on so and so date. Surrender value is important, which is 25,000. So now what the firm will be getting is 25,000. Please try to understand. I am even giving you the journal entry. Bank account debit 25,000. Now this JLP account should not appear in my balance sheet. So to JLP will be 20,000. And remaining profit of 5,000 should be distributed by old partner in old ratio. This revaluation account will be closed in old partner in old ratio. Let me transfer it to revaluation account. I am posting this bank account debit. It is for JLP. How much is debited? 25,000. JLP account credit, it is debit balance credit, so it will become 0. To revaluation by JLP profit, which should be to old partners, which is 5,000. This is a journal entry, and this is how I will be transferring it to particular accounts. Stop. Let me go to another point. Surrender value is 31/12/2015 was 25,000. For this purpose of A's retirement, goodwill was to be raised for 1 lakh. See what journal entry I am passing and why sacrifice ratio is not important. Goodwill account debit to revaluation account. So goodwill will be created for 1 lakh rupees. Sir, it is not to be shown in balance sheet. Don't worry, I'll be closing it. But goodwill is to be created to 1 lakh. By goodwill 1 lakh rupees. Is it alright? Sir, it is to be closed. I'll be closing it. Don't worry about it. B and C did not prefer to show such increase in asset in the balance sheet. Alright, but goodwill is sundry fixed asset was revalued at 1,10,000. Sundry fixed asset is 80,000, will be upward valued by 30,000. Sundry fixed asset account debit to revaluation account. Sundry fixed asset account debit to revaluation account. I need to make it 1,10,000, so it is 30,000. By fixed asset, which is nothing but 30,000 rupees. Now all the adjustments that are to be made are in bringing in cash and making this capital and this all claims. Is it all right? So let me first convert that asset value. See, goodwill is valued at 1,10,000, which should not be valued at 1,10,000. Fixed asset are valued at 1,20,000, 1,10,000, and it should be valued at 80,000. This is what is given. First, what I will be doing is whatever is the revaluation, I will be transferring it to old partners, to A, B, and C in their profit sharing ratio, which is 1,35,000. In which ratio? Old ratio, which is nothing but 5:3:2. 1,35,000 divided by 5, 5, 2, 7. Let me do it in calculator. 1,35,000 into 5 divided by 10 is 67,500. 1,35,000 into 3 divided by 2 is into 3 divided by 5 is 8. Sorry, I'm making mistake. 1,35,000 into 3 divided by 5 is 81,000 into 3 divided by 10. Sorry, 1,35,000 into 3 divided by 10 is 40,500. 1,35,000 into 2 divided by 10 is 27,000. This will be credited to this old partner's account. Revaluation account 67,500, 40,500, 27,000. Now please try to understand, whatever is decided is goodwill is not to be valued. This is to be valued at 80,000, is decided by new partners. Then I'll be routing it through new partners. Now whatever I will be writing it in revaluation account, I will be transferring it only to new partners. First, goodwill is not to be valued. So revaluation account debit to goodwill. How much? 1 lakh. Goodwill will be reduced by 1 lakh. Debit effect, credit effect. The fixed asset is not to be shown at 1,10,000, it is to be shown at 80,000. So 30,000 I need to reduce to fixed asset. 30,000 I am reducing. Second effect, minus 30,000. Now if you will see, this will be valued at 80,000. This will be valued at 0. Is it all right? This 1,30,000 I will be transferring only to new partners in new ratio, and believe me, goodwill will be automatically adjusted. What is the new ratio? Is 2:1. 1,30,000 into 2:1, but only to B and C, who are the partners, new partners. $86,667, and the remaining figure is $43,333. Will be transferred only to B and C. Is it all right? Revaluation account 86,667, 43,333. Believe me, goodwill is adjusted, fixed asset revaluation is adjusted, the benefit is given to outgoing partner, but the still asset will be shown at the same value as it was shown in previous question. So this is how we prepare memorandum revaluation account. This is tallied. Now there are some points which is to be understood. B and C did not prefer to show, this we have done. Also, they agreed to bring in necessary cash to discharge 50% of A's claim and make bank balance as 25,000. First, what should be the closing balance of the bank as 25,000? Start. Let me come on this side. Closing balance should be 25,000. Is it alright? Where it will be appearing in balance sheet? 25,000. See, in ICAI examination, you cannot write down with different pens. This is just for explanation. I am writing it with different color pens. So closing balance should be 25,000. Credit effect, debit effect, I can go ahead. Start. 50% of A's claim. Now, what is 50% of A's claim is? 1,17,500. 50% will be transferred as loan and 50% should be paid as cash. Start. Let me go on this side. So 50%, 1,17,500, 50%, 58,750 will be loan. Second effect, loan of A, 58,750, and this will be cash also, 58,750, and A's account will be closed, paid to A's account, 58,750. Now understand, we are going to some important point. B and C's will bring in necessary cash. Now understand, here the cash would be required. Will be brought by whom? B and C. First, let us understand how much total cash is required. It is 58,750 plus 25,000 minus 35,000. 48,750. We will bring in this cash B and C, but the problem is they should bring in such a manner so that their capital becomes proportionate. Their capital becomes proportionate. Is it alright? So let me first find out what is the total capital of B and C right now. B's capital and C's capital right now. Is it alright? It is 57,000 minus 43,333. 57,000 minus 43,333. 13,667. What is, there's a C, sorry. What is B's capital? 80,500 minus 86,667. 80,500 minus 86,667. It is minus 6167. $57,080, so 6667 will be over here. Yes, 6667 will be over here. 6167 will be over here, written over here. Yes, and 13,667 will be written over here. So what is the total net capital? Please try to understand. 13,667 minus 6167. 13,667 minus 6167 is 7,500. So the total capital is 7,500, should be distributed in P&L ratio because the profit should be in proportionate of P&L ratio. So 7,500 in P&L ratio, the new P&L ratio is 2:1. So 7,500 into 2 divided by 3 is 5,000 and 2,500. So what should be B's capital is 5,000 and his capital should be 2,500. Is it all? But the problem is B's capital is right now negative 6167. His capital should be 5,000. Alright, his capital should be still it will not get 48,750. Yes. So what mistake we are making is this is their capital right now. They will be bringing in additional 48,750 plus 48,750 will be brought in. So 7,500 into 48,750, sorry, plus 48,750. 7,500 plus 48,750 will be their new capital 56,250. Should be divided in the ratio of 2:1. So it is 56,250 into 2 divided by 3 is 37,500, 56,250 into 1 divided by 3, 18,750. So his capital should be 37,500 and his capital should be 18,750. What was his capital? Negative 6,167. He needs 37,500. So how much money he will bring in? 37,500 plus 6,167. Is 43,667. What was his balance? 13,667. What should be what should it be? 18,750. What he will bring in? 13,667 was his balance, should be 18,750. He will bring in 5083. And believe me, if you total this out, 43,667 and 5083 is a 46,667 plus 5083. Answer will be it should be 43,667 plus 5083 will be is equal to 48,750. Is it all? Closing balance 37,500 and 18,750 will be in balance sheet of B and C. This will be new balance sheet. The assets are shown at its original value. Goodwill is automatically adjusted. The revalued asset is also shown at its original value by this memorandum revaluation account. They are bringing in capital to discharge 50% of A's share and to have a cash balance of 25,000 rupees, and their closing capital is proportionate, and this point is extremely good point. So by this we end JLP also, we end a retirement of partner also.